What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Headspace Podcast. And for this week, we are reviewing Lil Durk's new album, Love Songs for the Streets 2. I know I've been doing this for a couple of while now. Apparently, we're supposed to do it for the Google robots. They need to hear us say it a bunch of times. So, again, this is the Lil Durk Love Songs for the Streets 2. I hope I'm doing it right. Anyway, as you can see, it is me, Chris Chrome. I'm here by myself this week. Holden's on vacation, decided to take some time off. Dude works a lot, so definitely give him the time he needs to cool off and, bring more projects coming. So, I'm holding down the fort. Y'all are going to spend the time with me. It's going to be a great time. I had a fun time enjoying this album. Just to kind of get into it, this is the Headspace Podcast where we go through hip-hop albums that come out like every Friday. We usually like to pick the albums that we think are going to get us interested in and maybe have a nice conversation with you guys. So we're not really, and I say we because there usually is two people here, but I speak for like who we are as the collective. I'm not, and I'll just say from now on, I am not somebody who is very an expert at hip-hop. I really enjoy it. I also make music. I enjoy the culture, everything about it. So on this journey, we just kind of I just kind of go through and explain what I kind of feel song by song, track by track, giving you my feelings, my emotions, how a song kind of made me feel, what the message was about, and I just kind of go through it like that. So, of course, some of you people who have, some of you viewers who are coming to see this today probably have known Lil Durk since he's been around, probably know way more about where he's from. From what I understand, he is from Chicago, so I know there's like other rappers that have come out of Chicago that I've listened to and heard of. So I guess I kind of have maybe an idea of what I'm expecting or whatnot. But to be completely honest, this is the very first time I've ever listened to Lil Durk in terms of just like a reviewing, sit down, getting to know who he is aspect. I have heard some of his, I guess according to my friend, because I was chilling with my friend telling him about the album I was going to review, and he was saying that we've been listening to Lil Durk for a little bit, but I guess that's my fault. I sometimes don't pay attention to some of the music that's around me. I'm really in my own bubble. Either way, moving on. I do want to say thank you to the Patreons, Lindell Williams, DJ Black Hurricane, Chris Prado, Ismail Gadamsi, Jonathan Barnes, and Coney Sparks. Thank you so much. We will get to that a little bit more towards the end of the video. This is a 16-track album. There will be 2 parts. I'm going to do part 1 now, probably get through about halfway through the album, and then do part 2 later. So stay tuned, and let's just jump right into it. Again, this is Headspace episode 135, if I'm not mistaken. 135, Lil Durk's new album, Love Songs for the Streets 2. Now, before we get into the actual album and speaking about the songs, I do want to talk a little bit about the album cover. It's pretty cool. It seems a little bit, I'm going to say generic a little bit. It's just, I assume it's just Lil Durk just standing there. I like how they got his blonde hair colored in the black background. Everything's kind of just dark and kind of just kind of gloomy a little bit. The red kind of looks like dark blood red, a little bit of faded in the title of the Love Songs for the Streets. The 4 and the 2 are kind of like dark and red a little bit, so that was really cool. I thought there was a nice little color contrast, which really kind of pops out. I do like the again, like I said, I do like how the blonde kind of matches up, kind of connects to with the I don't know if you guys can see it here. Oh, clearly y'all could see it on the screen as I look there. Look at me, I'm all excited. But I like how the gold, not the gold, but the blonde hair looks gold on the black background. That was really cool. I like how it kind of fades into his chain. That was really cool. But the album cover itself doesn't really say much to me. It's kind of just him. I feel like there's going to be some personal stuff. There's going to be some, we're going to get some like experiences, some memories, kind of get into what he wants to speak about. But it doesn't really give me this like, oh, I'm gonna remember this. Like I might actually not remember the album cover, but I can tell you right now, I will remember a lot of the songs on this album. They're very good. They're very catchy. They're very vibey. So with that, I mean, we can technically start the album again. This is Lil Durk, Love Songs for the Streets 2, and the first song is called RN4L.
I think they murk me still. In the studio smoking exotic, coming up with new bars.
So, as per getting into this album, right off the bat, the beat is already kind of getting to me. I like it. I like the feel. I like how it's kind of coming in with the pianos and it's just really smooth and you're really kind of like, you are taken to a different place. I'll give them that. But it was one of those songs that when the auto-tune hit, I kind of went, oh, it's going to be one of these hit or miss type. For myself, it's going to be one of these like hit or miss whenever we hit the auto-tune. I'm not saying I don't like auto-tune. I do understand why people use it. I do enjoy, playing around with it, fucking around with it sometimes. But I'm not really like a big fan of like heavy auto-tune because I rather just hear the authenticity of like your voice and just how you really just go with it. But I do understand the creativeness behind it. I just wanted to get that out of the way because from what I understand, Lil Durk does use auto-tune like as like a part of his persona. It's part of his whole thing. So I just wanted to kind of clarify that. So for any of you who have really followed Lil Durk are not going to like completely rip me apart in the comments. Feel free to, if you have to. If I make a mistake or fuck up, like I said, you guys probably know him so much more than I do. I've never ever fully listened to a Lil Durk project, but I was impressed. I do want to say that. I like how, so the first song is RN4L. I think it's pretty much real for life. So that was really cool how he kind of abbreviated that. And for me, it was the intro song to the album that really kind of just defines who he is. So, we kind of start off with the chorus and it goes, they told me don't, They told me don't die young because I'm talented. You really for me, you been around and you ain't asked for shit. Voice of the streets, and if I say it, Vern, he stand on it. I speak my soul through my music. I'm so passionate. And if you think about taking my chain, just know you would die with it. Like already you kind of get this instant. You're getting like the brief summary of who he is. He makes music. He ain't really one to be fucked with. And a line that I really, and like, he's speaking from the soul. I really liked how he said, I speak from my soul through my music. That's something that really kind of spoke out a little bit. It really shows that he's trying to deliver something message. He's not just trying to make like just fluffy music. He's really trying to like solidify a concrete emotion in this, which was awesome. I did feel that he was using, how do I say this? Using the auto-tune on the singing aspect of this song really helped me kind of see what type of emotion he was trying to give out. He felt a little bit upset but happy at the same time. He felt a little bit kind of like had pride in him because he's like, I'm king shit in a way, but at the same time also kind of felt confused. So that was something that was really cool as an effect on the song that was done. So I really did enjoy that. But the chorus does set up this like nice concept of they told me don't die young because I'm talented. And that line really kind of resonated with me because of the fact that you don't choose to die, right? Like unless anyway, we're not going to get into that, but you don't really choose to die. It just happens. But the concept of they told me don't die young because I'm talented, it's like kind of saying like watch out, watch your back, be careful, the atmosphere that you come from or the environment that you might be in is very dangerous, toxic, and has bad energy, and you could possibly end up losing your life. And I really like how it kind of seems like he was raised like that, like just there was a lot of people who really cared about him and wanted him to do better, so they were really like looking over his shoulder like that. So that was really cool how he was just, I guess, honest, I want to say. And so that was nice. We then move into verse 1. I'm the brains and you the muscle. That's Rodney. Still, and really speak they mind off them perky pills. They left me hanging and left me abandoned. That shit hurt me still. We fell off and it was a shootout and I think they'll murk me still. So it seems like there's some conflict. It looks like he's kind of expressing betrayal. Friendship is not really going well. There seems to be like snakes in the grass, you can kind of call it. So you're already kind of getting this like, okay, he comes from paranoia, he comes from fear. There's, again, like I said, betrayal from loyalty, distrust, dishonesty, disloyalty. So that's also some more of like, this is who I am, this is where I come from, right? So that was cool. And I'm thinking about getting insurance, trying to do me like Tupac. Ooh, it hurt my soul. Who gon' ride with me till the end? Then again, you gotta watch out for your friends. They disrespect me on the net. Don't pay it no attention. So clearly, a lot of like it seems like as he's moving forward in his life, and he's trying to do something, he sees that like people are trying to switch up on him. A lot of things that a lot of rappers kind of go through. So this is really cool. I like how he's expressing it though. That was something that I enjoyed. The chorus comes in, continues on, really reinforces that mentality of just like be safe, kind of watch yourself, kind of like self-protection. So that was something dope. Verse 2 comes in, and I like when he went, gotta be a snake to hang around you snakes. Buna gon be straight. That's my little ace. If you play with my name, the streets gonna give you a taste. Just sign my deal with Bel Air, fuck around and give you a case. Now, I like how he says, play with my name, the streets gonna give you a taste. Because it really kind of solidifies, or at least not solidifies, but shows that he is somebody represented in Chicago. People do look up to him. People do respect him for what he does. So that was really cool. That was something that the pride he had in that line was something that I really enjoyed hearing, and just having that sense of like, damn, like, yeah, I feel you, man. I like how he played it on in terms of like just sign my deal with Bel Air. I don't know if that's a legitimate thing, but like it reminds me of like Fresh Prince of Bel Air, Will Smith kind of connecting it. Will Smith's really rich and he's like really fucking popping right now. So a lot of, I feel like it's like a double entendre in a sense. So that was cool. Kind of follows suit. Lead is saving up to the same, kind of like connecting the same thing. But I like when he said at the end of verse 2, he goes, it's not a letter to the streets, it's just a love song. Lost baby D to these streets, can't believe my cuz gone. So clearly, he does come from an environment where people are maybe not making it past 25. He comes from an environment where people might die young. And it's just the genuine honesty that I really liked from that song. Overall, it is kind of like trap bangery. It is got this like 808 heavy kind of like mumbly trappy feel to it. But I don't know. I think for me, it landed at a 4 on 5. It's a good song. It really, I guess, shows who Lil Durk is. But I think that it just wasn't for me. Like, it just felt a little bit too just like, this is what it is. Like, it's just right there. Like, just, I want to say bland, but I don't mean bland. I don't mean that it was like, it didn't have anything to it. Lil Durk can rap, he can sing, and I really give him his flowers for singing. Like, he does deserve that credit. But like, I don't know, just the song was a little bit, like, it wasn't like, I don't know, it was good. It was a 4. Like, it was good. So we can move on. Track 2 is Like That, featuring King Von.
Why you talk like that? Why you move like that? Why you shoot like that?
So, right off the bat, if you guys have been watching the Headspace podcast for a while now, for all 135 episodes, or for just even a while, you will know automatically I love this beat. I love this type of choppy, aggressive, banger music. Really got me going, and you know, I think this is how I kind of expected the album to start in a way, just kind of like on this heavy energy type note, and it was dope. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I like how they had this like dark feel to it. The pianos meshed through with it. I like how it had this like type feel, but it really got you kind of like, at least for me, it got me like, whoa, like if it like kind of like on a hunt, on a chase, like that like eerie, serial killers behind you type music type thing there. Like that was really cool. They really captured, I guess, the aspect of being like, why are we moving like this? So I move on to the lyrics, and the song itself is essentially kind of like explaining why Lil Durk and King Von are kind of acting the way they act. So, for example, in verse 1, Lil Durk goes, "Why you playing with my shorty like he won't come out of the cut? Why you talking out your neck like he won't turn your ass to runts? They say we ain't kill his ass. We was on his ass for a couple of months." So already you kind of got this like really gangster feel to it. You really kind of like seeing that Lil Durk ain't really fucking around. Like if shit's going down, and he's ready to get it done. Kind of questioning people like, why are they talking shit? Why are they spreading rumors, talking dirt on his name? So already you get like this heavy, energetic vibe, and I really do like that. Kind of follows through. There's another verse where he goes, we gon' catch you. Well, there's another part in the verse where he goes, we gon' catch you lacking off them pills, wearing them glasses, we gon' hit you blindside, phone him, hit you 9 times. I like when they say phone him, because it's a cool way of saying enemy, like foe, and then just adding them to it. That was awesome. But so far, like as you can see, they're already in this like hunter savage mentality, right? But I don't think it's like just out of pure, this is what we're doing. It's it kind of ties into like the atmosphere that they're living in, and they're kind of breaking down like where they're from. I say this because, and I'm gonna connect it like this, because in verse 2, King Von, and I assume this is why it's like this, because of course this is Love Songs for the Streets 2. So I'm assuming like on the first one or all the other projects, if you do follow Lil Durk, right? Like of course I haven't, like I said, but if you do follow him, like you already know kind of enough about him that I guess he doesn't really have to kind of explain like, well, this is a song about where I'm from. Like he can just kind of go into it, and you already know what's the what. So King Von goes, "Where I'm from, you better not tell. Where I'm from, it's dead or jail. Where I'm from, it's on that car, and watch out. There go 12. Where I'm from, it's hit or miss, and he got hit. He quit where I'm from. You looking stiff. They put him in a zip where I'm from. We smoking him. That toka man be choking him." So it's really, for me, I kind of took it as they're really just defining, I would say, Chicago. They're really just kind of explaining like this is the type of atmosphere and the type of environment that we live in. So we kind of have to act like this. We kind of have to make sure, again, self-protection, preservation, make sure that you and your squad and your family is good, which really is displayed in this song. And something I do want to say, and I'm going to repeat it throughout the album review, is that Lil Durk really shows a lot of loyalty to the people who really are standing by him, and I really do enjoy that. I really do think it's a really honorable thing to stand by the people who have literally like given you all, and I know that it's like a lot of rappers, make that claim and they speak about it and they're like, I stay loyal my day ones and stuff, and I'm not taking away their credibility either. I'm just saying like, there's something with the way that I guess the effects and the way that Lil Durk uses the singing aspect and kind of like just plays with the words and the emotions really, kind of get you to feel like, whoa, bro, like I really feel you. So good ups on him. The chorus itself kind of just asks like, why you like that? Why are you like this? It's they're expressing kind of like how people are asking them why do they act the way that they act, and they're just explaining it based on, again, like I interpret they're just surroundings, and it's a lot of like the idea of you're a product of your environment in a sense. That's kind of where I'm going with that song. I really did enjoy the energy to it. I thought it was way better off. I personally think that right now I would prefer having this song as the first one, just kind of getting me into that like street mentality vibe, that like boom, I'm on it, ready to go. What else do we got next? So For me, I left it with a 4.2. I guess that means green light.
Block my gas, yeah. Run past that scrap, yeah. Take who chain this cap, yeah. That rap money.
As you can see, we seem to be staying consistent on this like heavy, energetic, kind of like in your face vibe. So that was something really, really cool. I'm fucking loving it. I'm rolling with it. It's really great. Green light kind of feels to me that this is, I think, directed to somebody. I feel like this song is Lil Durk kind of expressing like, yo, green light is ready. If you're down, I'm down. We're going to blast it out. We're going to shoot each other. We're going to go at it, have the whole war. And, you know, that's it. That's all. Wipe your hands. And then we're done. I say that because as starting off verse 1, Lil Durk goes, man, give that boy this message. Let's get it. Can't wait till Foreman catch him. Yeah, keep it. Keep calling me a rapper. I might be the one to stretch ya. I might be the one to stretch ya. He claiming that he gang. The only reason Foreman loved him. I told him he a bitch. He ain't on shit. He nothing special. I just brought 4 strikers. Foreman and them desperate. So clearly already, like we're still on that, kind of boss mentality vibe. I got shooters. I ain't willing to play around these games. I got stuff to do. But just saying like, man, give this boy the message. It really sounds like he's talking directly to somebody. I don't think this is like a generic type of track. I think he's really, really going in. As we find out, as we move forward with that, the verse kind of stays the same, doesn't really change. It's kind of a lot of like, we're better than you, we got this, we're moving forward. So I did enjoy that. I did enjoy how he's keeping it consistent, but he's also really making it personal. It's not just kind of like fluffy everywhere, such and such is happening. It's more like, we're keeping the same vibe, keeping the same energy, but this is something that needs to be said. This is something that needs to get out there, and I did enjoy it. Now the lyrics to me seemed a little vague, just in terms of directness. I say directness in terms of like, I don't really know who they're aimed at. I don't know the beef. I don't know anything like that, but they are pretty direct in terms of like, when you're reading them, you're like, all right, he's telling somebody it's go time. If we pull up to a red light or a green light, we blast in and we moving on. So clearly he's got that like soldier mentality, which is really, really cool. Really holds that down with him. The song does seem pretty straightforward, so there wasn't really much to kind of really get out of it. The chorus was pretty cool. It really just kind of kept the flow of the song, kept going, making sure that, you got that, you're just still on that vibe. But it was dope. It maintained the same energy. I guess if you're not like reading the lyrics and you're not really following the album, it might actually kind of just sound like a repetition of the last track. But Lil Durk so far has shown me 3 different songs that all have different things so far. So let's see how long he can keep it up for, and let's see if we can keep it going. But I did want to touch upon the second verse, which for me does kind of solidify that this is a diss track. Well, not a diss track, but like, we'll call it like a message track. Like, I'm putting it out there that we ready to go type of track. In verse 2, he goes, yeah, so you tough, huh? Oh, no, I made a mistake. I apologize, guys. There's an interlude in this song that Lil Durk picks up the phone and somebody's calling him, kind of like repping the other gang, kind of repping the other side, and Lil Durk's not having it. He's like, yo, fuck you, bro. Like, we out here, like, we ready to do this, no. And at the end, the guy on the phone calls Lil Durk a hoe, and it kind of just really, it captivates a little bit, I guess, the message of like jealousy. Haters are gonna hate. People are just trying to do what they can to bring you down. So that's really, I guess, what I kind of got from the interlude of it. But then he jumps into the second verse and goes, yeah, so you tough, huh? Let's go. You ain't got enough, huh? Treat you like crump, huh? Oh, you think you turn? Come out and cut and dump some. So just the reason why I took that line was because clearly Crump is a direct name drop. a Genius Annotation said something along the lines of there was beef between OTF and this other, and I guess the group that Lil Durk is part of. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I know I'm probably butchering the shit out of this, but I really don't know any of this type of, like, this whole section. But I thought it would be cool to maybe try to give it a listen and really try to see, you know, what's happening with Lil Durk there. Overall, I did like the song though. Again, I'm into this type of music. I'm into this like heavy, you know, rapper, gangster, you know, aggressive, upbeat, really kind of like, I want to say horrorcore because it does have like a little bit of like horror sounds in this instrumental, but not really horrorcore. Like it just was a nice trap beat. So 4.2 on 5. Moving on. I hope you guys aren't dying slowly while I talk.
Man, I'm clutching on my ass. Man, this street life ain't no joke.
Okay, so I would like to just redeem myself. OTF, from what I understand, is the, I guess, label and the association that Lil Durk is part of. So I found out, guys. Thank you. Don't completely hurt me. Yes, I will not forget. But Die Slow, featuring 21 Savage, is a pretty cool song. I feel like this song is just flexing, honestly. It's not like there was anything severe in terms of like some story matter or whatnot. I really just kind of feel like this was more of just we out here and, you know, we kind of just doing what we got to do. The chorus goes for like, for the person that killed my cousin, woo, make sure he dies slow. I know a killer that's ready to shoot something, but he shoot with his eyes closed. Better watch how you speak on that OTF shit, cause shit, I'll die for it. Like, yeah, it's maintaining that, like, you know, I'll kill you if you fuck with me mentality. But, like, at the same time, it still kind of just feels very flexy, very flashy, very, like, I'm king shit, I can kind of do this and get away with it, don't fuck with me type attitude. So, it was cool. I like how again, like I said, I love how Durk is showing loyalty for his squad and his family, really, like, reassuring that he's really down for the cause, really like doing what is best for them. So it's really cool. I like when he went, for the person that killed my cousin, we'll make sure he dies slow. No, I did that twice. My bad, guys. No, in verse 1, he goes, I'm from Chicago, where we turn our ops to gelato. We shoot at ops. We high speed cops. We duck potholes. See, so far, kind of maintaining that same type of energy in terms of like what Chicago is like. Again, kind of just defining where he's from and his upbringing, his background, his atmosphere. So really cool. It really does solidify his like his reasonings for being a certain type of way, and also allowing also understanding why he's maybe paranoid or kind of dealing with certain issues, as we find out later on in the album. I apologize, I'm a little jumpy. You know, ducking potholes, man. He was woofing like he was like that, man. We touched that taco, man. It's a drought on these real people, man. Free Rollo, man. Like, he's using that man flow, which is, I guess, pretty cool. But it's more, it's annoying when I say it. I know, I apologize. But it's more or less the fact of just like Free Rollo, you know, get people back here. Let's try to fix things. Let's try to get this rectified. That's really more the reason why I quoted that, because it looks like as much as there's we on site type mentality, he still wants to try to bring it feels like he wants to bring a positive aspect to the change and try to do something for his society, neighborhood, community. There we go, the word, for his community. So it's really cool. I like how he says, I can't get caught with no guns. You ain't even got no case. Foreman, touch your face. I keep bloods. I keep crisps. I keep bloods. I keep crips when I touch down. So the fact that and for me, as long as I've ever known, you know, bloods and crips don't like each other. I know that there's been like a bunch of changes over the years, and they've kind of like built over the peace and the this and that and like Snoop Dogg and the game. I know. I know that there is like a bunch of, and that I'm just really uneducated about gang culture that I am not going to step foot into that conversation. But knowing that, or at least having that like idea of, you know, Bloods and Crips not liking each other, and the fact that Lil Durk can come down, like, you know, land in a spot and have the Bloods and Crips working together or like respecting each other around him, that's cool. That really shows like boss mentality, power. It shows like, for me, it shows integrity a little bit. Like he's able to just fix what we consider as a big problem. But I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. The verse follows through, so it really kind of fits. Everything does match up on Lil Durk's part. Then we get the chorus again. For the person that killed my cousin, we'll make sure he dies slow. You know, just reinforcing that, like, don't really kind of mess with my family. Don't be stepping to where you can't step to. Don't be doing things you shouldn't be doing. So I really did enjoy how he's keeping that mantra going. And then we have Mr. 21 Savage on verse 2. I got Hall of Fame status. Bitch, don't try me like a rookie. 21. I need a quarter ticket if your ass wanna book me. On God. Okay. I get that. Cool. You're flexing. Nice. Let off so many shots. Neighbor said it sound like a fully. That's cool. That was trippy. 21. If I die, it's one of my partners, cause the ops all pussies. On God. You ain't never slide for your brother. You scared to get in trouble. You people might tell, bitch, run around like he a killer. He snitching in the car. He ain't make it to jail. So everything he's saying is cool. Everything he's saying is dope. I don't like how he says it. My whole issue with 21 Savage, and this has been an issue even when I listened to the album with Offset, Warning, and like all the other songs that he's been on, I really tried to like 21 Savage. I really did. I wanted to like 21 Savage. Like I sat down and was like, I want to like this guy. He's not everything, but he checks off all the boxes that I would like. The attitude, the way, the what he's rapping about, you know, the type of music. But my main issue with him, and I apologize for all you 21 Savage fans out there, but is literally his disconnection in his voice. It really sounds like he's so far gone that and I don't mean off drugs, and I don't mean he's like stupidly high or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm saying just he's so far gone, let's say in his head, that he's not, I don't know, it just sounds like he's so disconnected. Now granted, that could be his thing, it could be his gimmick, his niche or whatever, but it's like, whoa, dude, like, I don't know, I just could never get into it. But I do give him credit for what he's saying, and I do give him credit because, like, it's true. And he does keep up with that, because I have seen some interviews. He does keep up with that type of, like, don't really fuck with me. I've lost people in my life. I've really gone through some tragic shit. And I enjoy how he just keeps it authentic. I do give him his credit for being authentic. I just don't deal with the voice. It's really just it. Overall, I did give the song a 4 on 5. I thought it did a really great job. It really kept suit with everything that we've had so far. And next song is Locked Up.
Going long in a hole 'cause he got a game case. And I be steady taking drugs to keep my pain away.
So up until now, we've already kind of just got like 3 back-to-back songs of kind of like similar things. Not identical. They all have different meanings, and they're all coming from a different aspect. But if you're not, again, like I said, if you're not somebody who's really sitting down, reading the lyrics and following along, they may kind of sound like the same type of music. Same type of just your generic don't fuck with me type song. But then this song came on and instant flip. The beat was different, the piano keys were different, the vibe was different. It had like this pensive, reminiscing, kind of like I want you to be okay type vibe. The song's called Locked Up. So right off the bat, I kind of feel like we were gonna be getting into like somebody who may be in prison, maybe a conversation about Lil Durk, who maybe have gone to prison or whatnot. And it really just kind of set the mood, and it really just gave it a different aspect of what we've been getting. So I really, really did enjoy that. Verse 1, Lil Durk comes in and he goes, I can't see your face. We talk through cell phone. I salute you 1,000 times because you ain't said nothing. So now, I apologize. Oh. So clearly, there is somebody who is in. He's talking to somebody. I think that they're kind of talking through cell phones, maybe like in the cell or whatever, like in the cell block or whatnot. Of course, Lil Durk is. I don't think Lil Durk's in jail, but clearly his partner or his buddy who was in jail didn't say anything and didn't snitch, and that really kind of solidifies that loyalty that we were talking about earlier, right? So that was really cool. It hurt your heart when your kids keep telling you a jailbird. You don't complain when you don't get visits because you'll get mail first. So we kind of are getting into the nitty gritty of it a little bit, and the person who's in jail kind of feels bad because his kids look at him different. He's in jail. They don't really understand what's going on. They may not understand the perspective of it. But he understands that so much that if he doesn't get any mail, if he doesn't get any calls, it's like he knows he's gonna get something, but he understands where like his family's coming from. So that was super cool. The way that Lil Durk is expressing this and explaining this story. Continues on and he goes, when you was free, you had them AK. You had them AKs. Whoever think that you'd be passing out a state tray, and the squad was mad at Rio because he ain't take a 23 years he's serving off a JPay. So for me, I don't really know what a JPay is, but I think that what happening here is I think the guy in jail and this dude named Rio were supposed to be doing something or whatnot, and I think the dude who's in jail got clipped. Clearly there's AKs involved. But the dude in jail got clipped, and Rio got away. But Rio was supposed to do take the 8 years. But as per like the loyalty of the friendship or whatnot, this guy was like, nah, I ain't gonna snitch. I ain't gonna do anything. I'm gonna take my time and do what I gotta do. Which was pretty cool. So we're still getting part of that story. We're still understanding Lil Durk is feeling a certain type of way. But it even gets more more interesting. And I be steady taking drugs to keep the pain away. I done did so much time for my gun case. Looked in the mirror, all I see is my son's face and my daughter and my mom's face. The state came with the plea, get out of my face. You my friend, not my family. It's a difference. I know a killer who turned up in the city. He's snitching. I know you did, so why you telling me you didn't? But I know another killer who turned up as a witness. So, right there, that's all Lil Durk talking about himself and his experiences. And the interesting part is how he's kind of like connecting the story of his partner in jail, or his friend, partner, whoever, in jail, to situations that he went through. And you're now kind of getting like two sides to it, and you're really kind of like seeing like, wow, like, Lil Durk has really kind of gone through some things, really did get like a gun case. Like that was fucked up. And then moving on, and then as we continue to move forward with it, he's like, he's relating to not seeing his son's face. He's relating to seeing his son's face in the mirror. He's kind of like, I guess, ashamed of what he may have done. He's trying to he's trying to do better for his daughter, his mother, really trying to just be that, I guess, better person, but having to also struggle and deal with a lot of the conflicts that he may still be in resulting from, or maybe still in, or currently trying to get out of. Like, there's just a lot. There seems to be a lot that's happening. In verse 2, it's a short verse, so I kind of quote it all, but I like how it went. I started rapping, I dropped out of school, I had my first deposit, I was gonna finish anyway. Being honest, and I can't do no minimum wage. Being honest, free all my dogs who locked up for free, my partners, and he kind of just goes on, like, free my dogs, free my partners, free my people, free my brothers, free my killers, free my drug dealers. and then ends it with Obama. Because of Obama, they changed that one law. They gonna pop up. Now, I'm pretty sure he's addressing the weed law with Obama, if I'm not mistaken, or just the narcotic law. Again, I don't know. I heard briefly about it, so I'm not trying to tread into it. If you guys know, please leave a note in the comment and educate me. Please, it'd be really, really great. But I like that he's trying to find that positive outlook. I don't think he's telling them to free them and then let them do what they want. I think he's more saying it like, free my people so we can make a difference, so we can, you know, free the innocent people who don't belong there in the jails, who don't belong, you know, who've gotten clipped, who've gotten caught for doing stuff that may just be super minimal. So that was very interesting. It flowed nicely. It felt like a little bit of a slower pace. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy where it took me. It really got me on this like serious note. So I left it with a 4 on 5. It's pretty cool. I guess honestly you can say I'm more into the Rebellious type sounding music.
30 pair of Mary J's, I say my fly different. Even though I'm rich, I'm still not run, so I'm like.
I'd like to just take a moment. The song is called Rebellious, but the song didn't feel rebellious at all. The song... Okay, so it's a good song because of what he's talking about. It kind of sounds very fluffy, just there's not really much meat to it. He's kind of, Lil Durk is kind of breaking down how he has to kind of do what he has to do to keep moving forward. He's expressing how he knows that he goes, and even though I'm rich, I'm still not round. See, so all my guys tripping. I know y'all miss me. I miss y'all too, but I'm out of the shy with it. So, like, literally, that's the only line I quoted because that's the premise of the entire song. The rest of it is just him living lavish, missing out on his friends and family, and kind of just expressing, like, what he's kind of doing. I like how he does discuss and kind of break down a little bit how he thought that when he started making money and started getting a check, some of his like emotions and feelings may have changed, but clearly they don't. So that was cool to kind of think, like, you know, money doesn't really change your problems, money doesn't really solve the issue. So that was cool to think of a little bit. But there is this like little sentiment that I'm just like, I don't care for it. The beat wasn't really hype to me. The concept of the song was cool, but like, I'm not saying it was a B-side, but it just didn't feel like, I don't know. It just didn't feel like some of the songs we just got right now, the last couple of tracks that we just got. Maybe it's me. Honestly, it could be me. I may not know what I'm talking about. I'll be honest. But I do not like this song. Not saying it's bad. I just don't like it. Stylistically, sonically. Yeah. I do like how he respects, how he pays respect to his grandmother, kind of saying like he has to, in the chorus, he has to make money to pay her bills, kind of putting like family first. That was cool. But he's also using that to solidify the fact that he's no longer in Chi-Town and that he has to, or at least Chicago, I'm saying Chi-Town. He's no longer in Chicago, and that, you know, he's kind of out here living life, and he knows that he still has family in the hood. He knows that, you know, there's still people living at a different level than he is, which I respect all of that. I really do. Like, I really respect the acknowledgement of seeing, like, of being able to be like, I know where I come from, and I know that I'm up here, but I still got y'all down there, and we're going to try to do something to make it out. But I just didn't like the song. I left it with a 3.8. It's a good mark. It's like 65% or something like that. 40% maybe. Like 70% maybe. But it's good. It's good. So we'll just move on from there. Next song is You Said, featuring A Boogie with the Hoodie.
Go, you say hit me up, I say I won't. I can tell you really wanna go.
I'll be honest. These are the moments where I really wish we were doing like a live stream podcast, like it was like on the show, and if you guys were to comment and pop up live, at least we can have a conversation. Because I don't understand. The song is great. The song is great. I like the vibe to it. I like the feel of it. I like the singing between A Boogie with the Hoodie and Lil Durk. I like the auto-tune use. I like everything. They really, really nailed this one. I mean, for like a pop song, because I kind of feel like this is a pop song. Because I know I'm like making it sound super hype, but I'm looking at my grade like, oh, okay. But it's good. Like, it's a really good song. I like, let me just go through it. So, verse 1, Durk comes in and goes, take her to Calabasas, get a new crib. Why you tell your friend about the group chat? I asked you for a threesome, you don't do head. Yeah, I'm disrespectful, this is what you said. Okay, what? So, you took her to Calabasas, you got her a new crib, or you got a new crib. Cool, great. You got money, you're living life, dope. But now are you like paranoid because she told your friends about you in the group chat? Like, is this like a groupie? Are you cheating on somebody? Is this what it... Because I didn't understand this. Because then you're talking about wanting to have a threesome, and then she called you disrespectful. So I don't know if it's like she's like, are you just play-by-playing, explaining what's happening? It kind of sounds like you are, which is pretty cool. And then it just kind of slides right into verse 2, which is A Boogie with a hoodie. A Boogie with a hoodie. But for A Boogie, he kind of just solidifies the concept of, they're out here trying to have a threesome, just trying to live lavish, trying to have a good time. And then there's a little interlude that says, you said. And then in verse 3, Lil Durk, I feel like kind of breaks down how he is putting this woman he like brought these people to this world of like designer pills, designer clothes. He's like coming from nothing, coming to this world, bringing people from nothing. I feel, right, my interpretation, from nothing and bringing them to this world, and they start to change. So I think that's what he is trying to get at. But this really all just kind of sounds like they're kind of upset that they ain't getting a threesome, which I could respect. I mean, that sucks, dude. Sorry. But something that A Boogie, something that, before I get to the A Boogie part, something that really kind of got to me was at the end of verse 3, Lil Durk kind of turns around and goes like, I'm kind of paranoid about you cheating on me. I wouldn't know what to do if you did. And I'm just sitting here like, but I don't understand. Like, you're paranoid about your girlfriend cheating on you, or your wife, or however, your baby mom, or however whoever the person is you're with. But you're out here trying to, no, I guess if you're trying to include her in a threesome, I guess that's what I'm missing here. I guess that's my lack of interpretation, so I'm sorry. But it kind of just sounds like you and A Boogie are out here with like some hoes. Like, that's really what you're trying to be doing right now. And then A Boogie comes in and goes, I swear to God, I won't know how you feel if you was fucking with me. I don't know how you feel. I want to know how to feel. And this is following up the idea of like these people cheating on them, right? You was fucking with me before. I had a deal when I had that curfew. You made sure that I was there on probation, smoking weed and popping all the pills. And she kept teasing me and shit. She know I love it. Yeah. So for me, it kind of feels like, so is there this, is it now there is A Boogie and his person and his wife, baby mama, girlfriend. Lil Durk with his wife, baby mama, girlfriend, partner, whoever. And now they're kind of expressing how they're feeling with side chicks, or like these women are like groupies or whatnot. Is that the part that I'm missing? I think that's where I'm missing. So if you can leave in the comment, I'll definitely try to get back to the video and link up and see what you guys think of it too, because this is one of the songs that I really enjoyed. I did give it a 4.2. I did enjoy it. I did go back to it. I even listened to it on the walk here when I was coming to Holden's. But I don't I don't think I understand it quite much, and I think it's because like I don't listen to a lot of these artists. So of course that's on me. I should be going back and listening to a lot of the artists and try to stay updated as much. But like, if you can just let me know what this song is kind of breaking down, if I missed anything, please, that'd be great. Overall, it's a great track. I do want to leave you on that on this song. It is a great track. I really did enjoy the way they flowed through it, the auto-tune, the singing. A Boogie with a Hoodie started off his second verse with singing and then jumps into a quick little, like not like a double-timey rap thing, but like he jumps into this little rap thing, and it was really dope. The transition was nice. He hit the syllables properly. He hit the chimes properly. Everything was really just super, super dope. So yeah, 4.2. Well, I guess if you're proud of me, I'm proud of you. So this was a nice song. I like how, first off, the title is Prada You, Pradayu. I like how when you say it quickly, it sounds like proud of you. So Prada, the designer logo brand, right? And proud, being happy for, adoring, admiring, all that shit, was really, really cool. Really, 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 really cool. So already with the title of the name, I was like, dude, that was interesting. It was a play on words. It was funny. Nice little rapper thing. Cool. And as we get into it, the song is already kind of got this nice vibe. It's a little softer. It's got you feeling more like, just like, you're about to get some real kind of like lovey, romantic, dovey type stuff. And we do. So verse 1, Lil Durk goes right into it. And he goes, permanent mark on my heart, girl, you careless. And when you act like you don't care, shit be scary. And I got caught with 4 or 5 hoes, so I'm embarrassed. I put the streets before myself. It gave me leverage. Now, I really like that type of honesty. He's admitting to being with the hoes. He's admitting that he put the streets before his life. But I also like how he acknowledges that putting the streets before him gave him that leverage, gave him the ability to kind of act a certain way, gave him that ability to have that certain persona, that certain characteristic traits, and allowed him to be, I guess, the artist and the creator he is today, which is super, super cool. Now, starting off that, permanent mark on my heart, girl, you careless, and you act like you don't care, that shit be scary. It's like, I think he's explaining that because this person seems to not be giving a fuck or really care about what he does, that he's a little bit scared and intimidated, so he kind of goes out with these hoes to kind of reassure himself. That's where I'm kind of getting. But he seems to like kind of try to change, I guess, the other side of the fence or the divide, where he follows up in that same verse going, I know some people don't take care of their kids. They don't call them daddy, and that's a deadbeat. Got a track hawk with the red seats. Let's get married, get a couple M's, then I'm ready. Give you Chanel sneakers, then a Chanel bag, colored cherry, and I ain't nothing like them other people, so don't compare me. Actually, they treated me unfairly. So it's like, he's over here explaining the difference of why he's different compared to other people, but I guess it's because he's admitting to like the faults that he's had. He's admitting to being with the 4 or 5 hoes. He's admitting to being in the streets, but at least he knows that he'll be there for his family. It's a lot of like kind of confusion, which is cool because it is centered around this one girl or this one woman who I'm interpreting, or I'm assuming has kind of been there and watched him kind of go through some shit. So that was nice. I like the chorus, how he's kind of calling her out, going like, you put your friends in our business, you know that I'm dying, they dying for attention, cause ain't no point in being no friend, LOVE, do you love me, RESPECT, don't say fuck me, Trina, LIVE, do you trust me? And I like how he spells out respect, live, and love, like really putting that emphasis on those words, cause they are very powerful words. Like, words are powerful. Let's just be 100% clear. Not just because I'm an artist, rapper, and I'm doing this, but really, words do have a certain ability to, like, make you happy, make you sad, shatter somebody's world. Like, the things you say really do impact people, and we should all take a moment to really just acknowledge that. especially on the internet, especially with the way we're kind of moving forward in our fucking societies. Yeah, what you say could really take some tragic consequences or some positive consequences when dealing with people. So, moving on from that little side tangent, I like how he again spells out love, live, and respect, really putting that emphasis on those words. It was really, really cool. But I like how he's expressing in the sense that she's so like this woman seems to be so wrapped up with her friends and her little situations that he's trying to understand why, but he's so in love with her that he's willing to kind of put up with it. Which, you know, I understand. I've been there. You kind of grow from it. I guess it's really like situational based though, because I feel like my situation compared to his is no different. Like, you know, I think if this is his baby mama or just some random girl or whatever, like he's got kids, he's got a life, he's got money, like, you know, there's a lot that he's got compared to me, so it's clearly not the same, but I can relate to the, you know, you're trying to build something with somebody and they seem to be distant. So that was cool. In verse, I like the pre-chorus, and I don't talk about no weak shit. I don't touch it. Tear your hole up. No, that's the verse. But the pre-chorus was really cool, expressing the unclear certainty and knowing in the ways that is like the love is making him crazy. So I like that in the pre-chorus. That was awesome. And in verse 2, what I did enjoy was, and I don't take no weak shit. I don't touch it. I don't touch it. Tear your hole up and your throat back when I'm bustin'. You told your friends inside your group chat we was fucking. I heard your friends say that I treat you like nothing. I'm a gangster, but I moan when you're sucking. And I like that type of, I like what he's coming at. So because she's sleeping with the gangster and she's sleeping with the rich guy, all right, let's call him that. Her friends seem to be talking shit, seem to have this perception that he ain't really treating her well. Like she's just a fuck to him. But he seems to be sitting here like really praising her and adoring her for who she is and what she wants to do. And he just hopes that she still loves him at the end of the day, which is kind of nice. It's kind of nice. And I can understand like how complicated it is when, you know, maybe your girlfriend's friends are really jealous of what she has or of what you guys have. They do try to act a certain way. They do try to, you know, talk certain shit and try to like be just petty a little bit. And it's not, I guess it's not to really just be damaging. I don't think it's to, they're like set out to like ruin your relationship, but it does take effect. It does play a role. And I'm only saying this from experience. Yes, my own personal experience. Friends getting involved in your relationship is not the greatest thing to have happen. It should be between you and the person you're in a relationship with, and that's it. Moving on from that, the song was good. The sentiment was crazy. I really liked just how he kind of spoils. Oh, he spends the second verse spoiling her and all this like fancy jewelry and giving her Gucci and Prada and all this stuff. But really just praising her with the lavish jewelry and diamonds that he feels she deserves, which is really, really great. I like how he follows up at the end with the outro and kind of just be like, do you love me? Do you really, really love me? Is this, is this something that we can do? Is this something we can try out? So it was cool. I'm going to wrap that up with a 4.2 on 5. And since we're talking about wrapping up, it has been about an hour and 9 minutes of recording. There is 8 songs left. It's in total of 16 tracks. I'm going to cut it here. Like I said, we're going to go get a part 2. As you can see, I've been kind of drugging my throat and coughing, so I'm going to also get some water as well. But I do want to say thank you to Lindell Williams, DJ Black Hurricane, Chris Prado, Ismail Gadamsi, Jonathan Barnes, and Coney Sparks. Thank you so much. Those are our Patreons. They help us get a new camera. They support us every month. They love what we do here. We love them. Thank you so much, guys, really. They follow us on Patreon. They pay to our Patreon page, and they also allow because they pay per month, or if you do decide to pay per month on our Patreon page, I think it's like $1 to $5 higher or something like that. Definitely, you can also have a chance of turning our hands and like kind of forcing our hands into what albums we have to review. Headspace, if you know of an album that's coming out sooner, if you're ahead of time, maybe a Classic Quest album, a Rockin' Beards album, whatever album you'd like, you definitely have that option. So far, a lot of the Patreons are getting the heads up, so you might want to try to get into there, see what we can do. But with that, I'm going to go take a break from talking right now and get some water, clear my throat, and come back with part 2. So, I'll see you in a bit.